Come on.
Faithful, welcome to the East Coast Red and Gold podcast. I'm Niners Jess, along with Ty Alston, Maddie B, and Niner Lady Dina. It is Wednesday, October 15th. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Yay.
Happy
Can we?
Wednesday.
I know. Listen, I know we just changed that intro, okay? But like, can we change that last one to the football to all broken? Like instead of
No.
all gas, no break. Can we just all broken? Like, can we
No.
just change it to that? All broken. That's it.
All broken, no healthy.
No.
Yeah.
All broken, no
no
healthy.
healthy. Yeah.
Got gas, but no healthy.
That's good. All right, before we get started, we are brought to you by Faithful Gear. Get your customized Niners gear made for the faithful by the faithful at faithfulgear209.com. All right, so Kyle Shanahan spoke with the media today, and he rattled off a lot of injuries, a lot of limited participants. Yatir Gross-Matos is out, for today. Ricky Pearsall was out for today, and then everybody else was limited. Brock Purdy was limited. He was more limited than Mac Jones. George Kittle's back in a limited capacity. Fred Warner, surgery went great. You hate to see it. He's the heart and soul of this team. Can't replace him, but we got to rally. It's as cliche as it may sound, it's next man up. Yep. And that's Tatum Bethune. And I think Tatum's going to do a really good job in his place. And what do you guys think? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like Tatum. Used to wear a green dot from his days in Florida State in college and wearing it during the preseason, so he had some experience there. He had Fred to learn from this past year in 6 games, sitting behind him. And, Fred is a teacher. He doesn't mind sharing info. So hopefully Tatum was a sponge and picked some things up. Tatum is an excellent run defender, and we know that's the number one MO of the defense, stop the run. So hopefully he just does what we've seen him do like in preseason. He's a down here thumper, sticks to his assignments, and he doesn't get too overwhelmed being in this position now. So hopefully that's the case. The only thing I worry about is his pass coverage isn't that great, but when compared to Fred Warner, like no one's is, right? So hopefully they find like a person to be that pass coverage guy, maybe someone like a Nick Martin finally. Someone who's a former safety, converted to linebacker, has some experience in pass coverage, to just fill the void and keep this thing rolling, right? You can't replace Fred Warner at all. You can't trade for anyone. You can't sign anyone off the street. You just can't. But you just try to maintain somehow and go forward. So I think Tatum will do a good job, and I'm trusting Robert Saleh get these guys in good position to keep it going.
Dina, what do you think?
I'm glad Fred had successful surgery. I miss him already. And to quote you, next man up. I'm not familiar with the young man that Ty mentioned, but I think the whole defensive line needs to come together more cohesively than they have been. And do it for Fred. Come together. Stop with the sloppiness. But I think they have a good motivation, good chance to do what they have to do. And like I said, next man up. We got to get this done.
Yeah, so Jesse Sapolo said it hurts to lose a leader. You don't replace Fred Warner with one player. You replace him by rallying as a team. These injuries are crazy, but we focus one game at a time. The Falcons are coming up. At that time, it was 6 days. But yeah, Maddie, your thoughts?
Giant load of suck, right? Honestly, like I don't know how to sugarcoat this anymore. Like this just keeps happening and keeps happening and keeps happening. And what I think pisses me off and pisses everyone off the most is it's on a play that really never should have happened, right? There were 10 men on the field. Call timeout. I swear to God, every little tiny thing that this team does wrong, right? It's not like they're purposely going out and making mistakes. They're not going out and doing coaching malpractice or anything like that. It's literally like you can just only prepare for so many things at a time, right? And I swear to you that this team always gets caught like with that one thing. They're like, oh, did you shut off the stove? I didn't shut off the stove. Did you shut off the stove? It's kind of that same sort of thing, right? Like, oh, did you call timeout with the 10th man? I didn't see that there was only 10 on. Damn it, right? And then Fred Warner ends up dislocated ankle because he's having to cover for 14 different people,
That's not
right?
true. That's not
I
true.
mean, that's
That's not true.
that's a
That's not true.
little dramatic, but like the play shouldn't have happened, right? Like it's just one of those weird things like that only happens to this team. Like what happened? What happened karmically that this team just has so much bad luck happen to it
know.
in the weirdest scenarios? I think that's really what I'm concerned about. It's nutrition. I don't know, like
Well,
flexibility,
you
strength and
can't.
conditioning. It could be. This is a totally freak thing. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. But something has. There's got to be like a ceremony. There's got to be something to reverse the curse here, because this is insane. I have never seen anything like this in my life with any football team. I've seen teams lose guys or whatever, but like every week, it's like, what impact player can we take out this week? Oh, here's
Mm.
another impact player that we can take out this week, right? And it's always under the just WTAF circumstances, right? Like it's never just cut and dry, open and shut. It's always like, well, Nick Bosa doesn't have an ACL injury. Just kidding, he does. Like Fred Warner's is on a play that like almost any other time they catch it, right? Like, oh, there's only 10 guys on the field.
Yeah, but you know what? There's no saying that he could have gotten hurt.
Oh, I mean, he
Play
could have
after.
he could have gotten hurt running
Every
onto the
play.
field like Dre
Right.
Greenlaw did in the Super Bowl 2
Exactly.
years
I
ago.
mean,
It can
the-
literally happen with these people coming out of the shower, which may have happened before. Heck,
The-
they could be down being a tourist and get shot. You have no idea what is going to happen to these guys at any point in time. But like, I don't know.
The fact that
It's
10 guys
craziness.
were on the field has nothing to do with Fred Warner's injury.
No,
The
it doesn't.
strength-
It
the
didn't
strength and
cause the injury or
conditioning
anything
team-
like that. So please don't think that. I'm not saying it's anybody's. It's a combination. It's a sprinkle of everything out there, right? For every single injury and every single situation, there's a different ingredient for every single cake in that bakery. It does. There's no like, oh, we can just do this and fix it. I think that's the point here, right? But there's got to be some sort of starting point. I think to me, very simple. World's biggest sage burning event. I think you start there and then you work your way back. Okay. Because there's something about this franchise over the last 30 years that's just like, nope. I mean, Steve Young breaking his ribs and then getting concussions, right? Garrison Hurst breaking his ankle in the playoffs. Like, just
That killed the Super Bowl.
I could just we could just go through the list like just from this year, right? And then you could go through the list in 2020, and you can go through the list in 2021. 2021, they had just as good a chance to win the Super Bowl as anything, and they were as banged up that year as any other time, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
craziness. What is going on?
Well, it is football. I don't think you could blame the strength and conditioning department on
No.
Fred Warner's injury.
No.
Or Nick Bosa, yeah. It's
Right,
like,
or Nick
when guys
Bosa's.
get rolled up on, nothing you can do.
When their knee just decides it doesn't like whatever surface they're on that day, that's it, right? Like, look at Ricky Pearsall's knee injury. he just happened to land on kind of a weird spot,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
and that just happened to be where his knee hit. Like any other time, he just lands on the grass. It's not a big deal, but he lands on some whatever the hell that is, right? It's just like I said, it's just weirdness. It's spiritual, karmic, universal weirdness. There's no answer for it. And we all just have to sit here and go next man up every time. And it just sucks. It becomes this defeatist thing. But at least we're not Panthers fans.
God forbid.
I was
The,
thinking about those two guys that gave up their podcast because it's, quote, too hard to be a Panthers fan right now. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Brian
know,
Young break his leg on Monday Night Football.
you
Jerry
know-
Rice breaking his kneecap after coming back from tearing his ACL.
It's funny that Kylie bring that up and you said that, Matt, because I was thinking about, this stuff, and it's like, I've been through Jim Burt slamming Joe Montana's head into the MetLife concrete ground, right? Brian Young, friendly fire. Ken Norton Jr. hits his leg, and that's bent like a boomerang.
Yeah.
Eddie DeBartolo riding in the ambulance with him to the hospital, right?
Jeff Fuller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one. we've lived through that, like you and Matt,
Steve
as older
Wallace in the
guys,
Super Bowl. It was like
We've-
that Super Bowl.
through so many injuries. It's insane.
Yeah.
So, with Fred Warner's injury, Nick Bosa's injury, is the plan still on course to make some trades? Or make a trade? Or are we just punting on the season like most people think we should do?
No, the plan is to, like John Lynch always does, see what we need, try to acquire something to, help us along. Now, a lot of fans have been in this fantasy world of, oh, we're just going to go out and trade for a team's best player, and that team has no say. Max Crosby, come on in.
Right.
Myles Garrett, you come in here.
Right.
You know what? Both of our quarterbacks are injured. Patrick Mahomes, you come in too.
Come in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we're
know
just going
you're
to go
really
out
tired
and
of
get
Kansas
those
City.
guys.
Right. Yeah.
But as we know, that's not the way the world works, and that's not the way
No.
John Lynch works. He's going to find a complementary piece that doesn't cost a lot, that could come in and fit and be a piece of this puzzle. That's the way it'll work. Because, like we said, you don't replace Fred Warner.
No.
Like he's the guy. He's the bar. There's no one above him or nothing like him. So you can't go out and find a piece to replace him, right? And we talked about Nick Bosa. The Myles Garretts of the world are on his level. You're not going to get them easily. So you just find pieces to complement what you already have to keep the ship rolling.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy Fowler mentioned quite a few players that the Niners might be interested in. I don't see us trading for a linebacker though, unless it's the one from the Jets, and his name escapes me at this moment.
Yeah.
But they also have a D lineman as well, who's also familiar with Robert Saleh. So the Jets can be a seller, because they are 0-5.
But here's the thing. I just want everyone to know. Everyone's looking at the 49ers and going, they're not going anywhere. The 49ers are sellers. We should go get Diamador Lenore. We should go get that young D Winters kid. That's how people are looking at us. And think about how that sounds. Apply that to other teams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Maddie, what do you think?
They all those names that were mentioned all kind of fit the same vibe, right? Like they're all getting ready to hit the free agent market regardless, right? They kind of got that Chase Young vibe. They're towards the end of their first deal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, like Miami and the Jets are definitely in different positions, right? Miami is in a point where they're going to be needing a culture change soon.
They need an overhaul.
Well, Wait, when I say culture change, like I mean like it's basically you're going to tear that whole house down to its studs and start over again,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and the other the Jets right now are trying to undergo that culture change, right? Um, Unfortunately, we all combined to throw for more yards than Justin Fields the other day, so that kind of
Yeah.
made that a little bit, that kind of holds that up a little bit. But there'll be trades available, right? But at the same time, guys, like how many? I don't know. I'm not. I'm not saying trade for everybody, but like, why don't we hold on to some of these draft picks, right? Like
Which
last year's
is
draft. Last year's draft to me was exactly what this team needed, right? And you're going to need more of that. I think what you're going to see in response to a lot of these major injuries to big time players that it's been happening since last year, right? Honestly, since Brandon Ayuk
yeah.
got hurt, like almost every high priced player on this team has missed time this year,
Mhm.
right? Or last year. I think you're going to start seeing this team start to be a little bit more. You maybe come out here for year 5, right? I wonder how this team would be right now if like they made Brock Purdy wait till this year to see how it would be for year 5. Do you think he's getting that $265 million deal right now?
Nope.
Like,
Not missing time.
I, 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 they need depth, and they show that the only way to survive any of this at this point is to get depth. So yeah, maybe you don't get the player with the highest ceiling in the world, right? But boy, if everybody's got really good floors top to bottom, then the next man up thing can actually work. Okay, they're going to need that flexibility. Depending on how this season goes this year, this is going to be a big pivotal year for this franchise. No matter what happens, whether they win the Super Bowl or they don't win the Super Bowl, whatever. There's a lot of decisions to be made because not all of these big contracts are going to come back, right?
Yeah, that's
I
true.
expect Fred Warner to come back, but there can be a case to be made for almost everybody else. You don't know. You know what I mean? Especially with the way
Mhm.
things are around the league right now and the way the salary cap is and future commitments that they might have. And something we'll probably have to talk about later. Pretty sure they're going to have to build an offensive line at some point. Like they're going to have to invest in that like really, really heavy. So
Yeah.
might be something to be looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dina.
Yeah, I think one of the things I was reading something a few days ago about the trade, and John Lynch was asked, "What are you guys going to do about, being looking into the trade? Or are you looking for someone in particular?" He said, "Well, I have to see what's out there first. I have to see what we can use, and I have to see what's out there before I make any decisions." And sometimes you got to do that. But
Yeah.
you got to see what's out there. And if it's compatible, if the person is compatible to our style of play, to what they can actually give to us. And I kind of like that mentality. We have to see what's out there. And, you can't like Ty said, you can't like nitpick from different areas and just throw everybody together.
Mhm.
You got to see what's out there. And, and to Maddie's point, yeah, it's going to take some time. And we got to I think what's going to happen is you got to reconstruct the whole ideology of the draft. Like stop, everybody's concentrating on the defense. Well, yeah, somewhere along the line, you're going to have to build up your offense. Somewhere along the line, you're going to have to do that. And I think there's going to be a lot of mental mind melding going on and trying to figure out what to do and when to do it. But I like what he said about that. I have to see what's out there.
Listen. Yeah.
It's like going
Yeah,
to
I
a
mean,
flea
they-
market, right? I mean, like, what's the point of going or the fair or the whatever, right? Like, I don't know. What are you going to get there? I have no idea, but I won't know until I go. Right? There's a lot of teams that are going to be selling this year, guys. A lot, a lot, because there are a lot of bad teams in the league this year, and there's a lot of teams that don't know what the hell they are right now. Right? I mean, we're one more loss away from the Ravens looking at like, we should probably start looking to get rid of some things, right? Like the Ravens, like it's a very topsy-turvy year. A lot of different things going on. Look who the best records are. I mean, the Indianapolis Colts were one of the top 3 teams in the AFC. If I told you guys that at the beginning of the year, you would have thrown me off this podcast and told me to never return, right? Oh yeah, Daniel Jones is MVP candidate. Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield right now are your top MVP candidates, right?
There you go. Gotta love it.
Fine.
Who would have predicted
Everything's
that?
fine.
Yeah.
Everything's good, right? So that's just where we're at right now. So yeah, there's going to be some calls made, but I don't expect them. I think saying that like, oh, we're punting on the year, I think that's a little silly. Like,
We're
you don't
not.
want to do an
No,
all-in
no.
move at this point. I'm not
Those
saying
fake
you're going to
fans.
trade. We're not trading 3 first-rounders for Max Crosby. Okay,
No.
let's stop it. Okay, that's not happening. Can they find some guys that might actually fit and give them some depth so that Robert Saleh has some guys to work with? Yeah, let Robert Saleh work his magic. Just give him some people to work with. That's all he needs, right? Keep giving him healthy guys that know his system. He can
There
keep
you
this
go.
defense in check. And
Right.
I'm not gonna rip on this defense for what happened last weekend as much as I want to. Like, I know how much I was in shock. I can only imagine how much they were in shock after that happened, right? Like, I envy absolutely no one who was on that field the other day when that happened. Like, I don't know how a lot of those guys are like able to just soldier forward like that. I know these guys just see guys get injured all the time, but for Fred Warner to have that happen on a play like that, and like everybody knows what happened, and like they've already kind of known the outcome, like, yeah, there was a lot of problems the other day, but most of them I think were caused by the fact that the guy that is there to spackle over those problems most of the time wasn't there to spackle over those problems. So I think
Yeah,
giving
but
Robert Saleh some time will fix that.
at the same time with what happened on Sunday, the team didn't quit.
No, not at all.
No. Mm-mm. Fan base did.
Consider
A lot of the media did.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but the team didn't
Goodness.
quit. I mean, I don't give
No.
a shit about the media.
Yeah. The defense only gave up 23 points. And if
Yeah.
you look at it, they were in it. I mean,
Yeah.
and 2 of those, they gave him 2 touchdowns, one on a huge bus and one on just bad coverage. Like, that's fixable stuff.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the defense was just terrible.
Yeah.
Right. We're talking about a few mishap plays, bad execution that kind of doomed them in the end. So I don't think this defense should be given up on at all. Oh
Yeah,
yes,
I
we
mean,
did find out who was unfaithful real quick.
Yes.
But Tampa was due against us too. Like,
Yeah,
we were
kind of like
all
Jacksonville.
we were all right. We were all at
Yeah.
Tampa last year. There was, honest to God, guys, there was no reason for the 49ers to win that game last year. They did everything they possibly could to lose that game last year. And even with the vibes of last season, it was like, yeah, they should have lost that game, but somehow they won. And Tampa ended up, going on and having a pretty good year. And, the wheels fell off of the 49ers after that game. Like, they were due. And Baker Mayfield did his thing, man. Like, and that 3rd and 14 run.
Yeah, that's the bad execution I was talking about.
Yeah.
3% chance of getting that first down. 3% chance.
Terrible.
Horrible.
And they had him.
Had it multiple times. How the hell can you not tackle Baker Mayfield? Like, does he grease himself up in coconut oil before the game? Like, I don't understand. I don't
got
understand
two guys,
what happens.
2 defensive linemen hitting him and when you look at it, at that point, he was 20 yards away from the first down.
Yeah.
Right.
Gets through them. What is going on here? Oh, craziness.
Look like Steve Young and the Burger King.
Yeah. Exactly.
Going back to the trades, though, I mean, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan pretty much did say that they don't want to just get somebody for this year.
No.
You know, they want somebody for this year, but what's also good for the future as well.
Right. And we learned that in the off season, right? And they kind of talked about that. They're going away from these 1 year rentals or these half year rentals.
Yeah.
They want to focus on the draft and focus on building an actual team with members that's going to be here, stick around, learn the culture, be here, and be able to contribute for years to come. That's where they are in the roster building process. So I don't think anyone should get their hopes up on, half year rentals, especially high price ones.
Well, and
Yeah.
to kind of follow up on that point, Mac Jones isn't signed to a 1 year deal. He's signed to a 2
Yeah,
year deal.
2 year deal. Exactly. You see
So
what they
after
did
this
there.
year, okay, like after this year, the 49ers own his rights. So if somebody wants him, they're going to have to trade for him.
Yeah.
Okay. Or somebody might try to make a buy low trade offer on Brock Purdy because, well, they think they might be able to get away with it, right? Who knows? Who could it be? Whatever might happen, because crazy things happen in the NFL.
Yeah.
But like, it gives you those options based on exactly what you just said. 2 years ago, like the Sam Darnold thing, right?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, if he has that good year and maybe you have him for that second year, maybe you get a higher pick, right? Or maybe you can
Yeah.
maybe it leads to a conversation that becomes even a bigger deal, right? So yeah, you're even seeing it with those transactions where it's not like, wow, that's just one and done. It's, oh, well, they're here for 2 years. And if they had a really good first year, well, they had a really good first year. And
Right.
if it doesn't work out, there's only like one cap hit the second year and that's it. It's done. So kind of goes back to that point of they kind of had to do this because of the way the cap is, because of all the payments they got to make and all the balloon payments and all this other stuff, this bonus, that bonus, whatever. Now they're going to have to do that just because, right? And maybe that's going to be their option, right? Earn it, earn it, earn it. So keeps costs down, which looks like we're going to be in our coupon 49ers era.
Yeah.
Greg Papa said on KMBR this morning that if Brock Purdy's banged up, Mac Jones is banged up, and they don't want to go to Adrian Martinez, how about we bring in Kirk Cousins?
Is he paying for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Greg. I know Greg makes some money, but
Listen, we know how Kurt and his agent operate. It ain't cheap.
No. Mm-mm.
Do you think the Falcons
they have pretty women prices.
Yeah.
Talking about the movie, Richard Gere. Look it up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Just fell into
Yeah.
the tub right after
Right,
announcing the
uh-huh.
price. Yeah, and they agreed
Yeah.
to the price. But
Mhm.
and what are the Falcons going to want? Right? Do you think the Falcons are just itching to give up a backup quarterback when they know that Michael Penix is one hit away from hitting the deck? Right?
Yeah.
Or maybe hitting a stretch where he loses his confidence completely. Those things can happen, right?
Yeah.
There's no a valuable, good backup quarterback in this league right now. Shoot, you're not just giving up on it. Everybody wants Kirk Cousins back with Kyle Shanahan. It's like,
I know.
guys, Brad
obsessed.
Pitt and
Why?
Jennifer Aniston aren't getting back together, and neither are Kyle Shanahan and Kirk Cousins. Okay,
Like,
Let it go.
stop
why?
it. Seek help. Seek help.
It was reported, but I think that this is still going to be a redshirt year for him.
Yeah. He's no way
Yeah.
healed from that thing. Like, yeah.
He's going to learn nutrition and all sorts of stuff. And they really enjoy getting those redshirt years. So
Yeah. Love it.
So, Dina, your overall thoughts on the game against the Buccaneers?
There aren't enough curse words. My overall thought, I'm faithful. But it really really hurt my heart because I did not see 49er football out there. And it seems like everything that I said last week for us to do against Tampa did against us. So I hope no one is listening from the Falcons.
Like, good idea.
I was more sad.
Check out the East Coast Red and Gold podcast. See what they're saying.
Yeah, I was more sad. Then the anger hit, but I was more sad because it seemed like momentum was gone. There was no cohesiveness going on, no unity going on, and there's too many things that were just slipping right by us. Tackling was, bleh. So yeah, I was just sad. That's the way I can describe it.
I'm not gonna lie. When Fred went down, I kind of zoned out for a bit. Because like I said, in the beginning, like he is the heart and soul of this team, but the team sticking together and not quitting was pretty admirable. And the fact that we all know what the deal is, like with Fred going forward, even with Nick Bosa, now like they can pretty much plan for it. As far as the offense goes, I think the interior of the offensive line is a problem. Connor Colby is not it at the moment. And I'm not so sure that Kyle Shanahan called a great game on Sunday. Because where were the quick passes, the screens, like stuff like just to get Mac Jones into a rhythm.
Right.
But yeah. Ty, your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was a typical game, typical bad game where we shoot ourselves in the foot. We got the 2 turnovers, the one early.
Yeah.
Right. First drive, interception, gives them the ball, inside the 10. It's like, oh, here we go. Defense with the backs against the wall. Yeah. Nice. Very nice. And then, the execution was just off. It was just off. I thought Kyle called a good game, but the guys got to execute, When you call a screen pass and there's daylight there and you just need one block and your center decides to 2-hand touch and whiff a guy, what can you do?
He was grabbing his flag, Ty.
He was obviously playing flag football or something because it's like
that's what it looked like.
And I know Levante David is a good linebacker, but at least get in his way. Like,
right.
It's stuff like that. And, and I talked about the 2 guards having their injuries earlier in the season and them not resting at all to heal those injuries. Well, when you go up against a big guy like Vita Vea, you get exposed. It really shows, right? Like, what can you do? What can you do? That's why, earlier I was said we should have rested those guys. Dominic Pooney should have been rested up until game 3 to fully heal. Then we wouldn't have these problems that we're having now. Connor Colby has a growing injury. He never took a game off. They just keep running him out there. What do you expect is going to happen?
Right.
So the team has to get better with dealing with injuries, but it comes down to execution. There were plays there to be made, but just didn't. And once again, the same old tune. I hate to sound like a broken record, y'all, but here we are celebrating field goals.
Oh.
While we're chanting Eddie, 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 the Bucks fans were chanting Baker, Baker, Baker.
Right.
They're scoring touchdowns while we're kicking field goals.
On their 4th, 5th, and 6th receivers, by the way. 4th, 5th, and 6th receivers. We're sitting here yapping and whining. That's They had 2 guys named Johnson. 2. They had Sterling Shepard and two guys named
I know
Johnson
Sterling
playing receiver
Shepard. I
the
was like,
other
oh
day.
wow, we got Sterling Shepard making plays on
Okay.
us. My goodness.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's what they had. Cade Otton and Rashad White. They didn't have their number one running back. They didn't have their number one wide
Yeah.
receiver. They didn't have their 1A wide receiver. And we're sitting here all like, sorry, there's no excuses there. Why? Because their offensive line can protect their quarterback,
Hmm.
which seems to be a problem no matter who is at quarterback right now for this team.
Yeah. Can someone explain to me what in God's name was Brendel doing?
What
Playing flag
time
football, like we said.
per se?
I mean,
Like, can you narrow that down for me? Like, is there a specific play you're wondering what was happening? Or are
How
you
about
just
the whole
like in general from like beginning to
from
end? Like,
beginning to
what
end.
is going on in his? I don't know.
And then
I
he
don't
stands there. Yeah, every after the play is done, quarterback's on the ground, and then he's standing there going, you should have been closer, not 10 yards down. You should have been closer. Why are you over here? What in God's name was he doing? I just.
So when your two guards are injured and ineffective, and your center is just, I don't know where he is.
I don't even know where he was. That's the problem. He wasn't
I have-
centered.
He's
have
thinking
talked-
about pasta night or something. Like
I
he's just
have
gone.
talked to multiple football people, and they've all said Jake Brendel is a system center, right? Like
Mhm.
he knows how to make the calls in Kyle's system and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
that is really, really important. We've seen that, right? He needs two really good guards next to him, right? And Dom
Yes.
Pooney's running on 1.5 legs, and Connor
Mhm.
Colby's running on 1.5 legs. Oh, also, they're both young as hell.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's not really a great system for Jake Brendel to be a part of right now. Right.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
what gets me the most about this, just to kind of to piggyback on that point, is that they deem that those are the two best options at guard right now, as opposed to anybody else being in there.
Well,
Wow.
and the center position.
Yeah.
Like, why do we have Matt Hennessy on the team? Why do we bring him in? Why? Like Nick Zakel can play some center. You experimented with him at that during OTAs, preseason, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Like how in this, I talked about this. How can you look at what's happening on the field and see, okay, this guy's injured. He's trying to play through it, but he's ineffective. Why don't we pull him, put in a healthy body in there, see how it goes? Or, all right, our center is really stinking it up. Let's give the backup a chance. Like at least maybe he can block somebody. Just get in the way, trip him, do something. It's a head scratcher. It's the biggest head scratcher of everything that's going on in this team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why Tito became my friend. Right.
All right. So even though we lost, I still want to do some game balls. Dina, what do you think?
A deflated ball, yeah. The kicker.
That's the only one I was giving one to.
See what I'm saying?
Eddie Pinheiro and Mac Jones.
This is the
That's it.
problem.
I know.
Yeah.
We're celebrating the kicker.
I know.
It's very it's very Stockholm syndrome-y,
What the
okay? We
hell?
understand, and I'm really glad. But at this point, he is the shining light of that offense right now. Him and Christian McCaffrey are the most consistent
Like,
players. Like that's
Of
it.
course, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. I love special
was-
teams. You guys know I love special teams, but at some point, like we gotta get it together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a game ball to Kendrick Bourne. I'll just jump in here. KB had another great game. He was
Mhm.
balling out. Trent Williams quietly had a very good game. I thought one of his better games of the season. Except when the other guys aren't doing anything, it's like, what does it matter? So I got to give one to him. I got to give one to Demo Lenore. I thought he played a good game, although he was the guy that had that bust on the open thing. He was supposed to get out there, but I
Mhm.
think he was just thinking about too much with Fred going down. And Michael Williams actually had a quiet, good game with a lot of pressure and doing some things. I just hope he revs that up to get home a little bit more. So those would be my guys.
I am. Go ahead, Maddie.
No, never mind. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go Mac Jones and CMC.
Q.
Yeah, Eddie and Mac Jones for me, just because Mac Jones continues to get his ass beaten on a consistent basis and continues to stand back up literally every time. Like what we're watching with him right now is nuts.
Yeah.
Mac Jones has been hit 20 times in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They got 2 weeks. You think about the last 2 games alone. Talk about taking a beating.
Okay. They in.
Man. We know
And
he
was throwing today too, which is better than the shape he was in last week. Where
Is
he
that your next
He
question?
couldn't
Who are
even
you
throw.
starting this week? Because I got to tell you,
I think it's Mac Jones this week.
I
think
hope it is
Jones.
but this team is not, based on everything that we have seen so far this year, I do not trust that they're going to make the correct decision on who to start and whether or not they need to be healthy or not. Like personally, yeah, Mac Jones needs to start this week, and in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
He has done nothing to discern that. The interception that he threw was the receiver running the wrong route.
Well, the first
Right.
one, yeah, KB
The first one
broke off his route.
yeah. And then the second one was just a damn good play by the defense, which sadly enough
They get
is
paid
allowed to
too.
happen.
Yeah, they
right?
get paid too. Yeah.
And they read it perfectly, right? And it's not like Todd Bowles is some run-of-the-mill Nick Sorensen defensive coordinator.
Yes.
Okay. Like he can do things, he's creative, and that's exactly what that was. There are better quarterbacks than Mac Jones that have been taken in by a Todd Bowles defense.
Yep.
So whatever. I'm not like, wow, that's his fault. Also, like, it's not like he's got a clean pocket to throw from, ever. Right. So, like, at this point, until Brock is 100% healthy, he should not be on the field unless Mac Jones cannot take the field.
Well, I hope they just, let Purdy practice this week in a limited fashion, play Mac on Sunday. I don't think I don't think anybody on the team is going to be 100%.
No.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
as 100% as it to me, 100% is you don't run the risk of re-injuring it, because clearly last time he was in a scenario where, like, that's a question you ask. What is the risk of re-injury here?
Yeah.
And if the risk of re-injury is too high, then it's not worth it. Like, at the end of the day, that one start he had for the Jacksonville game, he could have been on IR for the last 7 weeks. That's another roster spot that could have been open. Instead, he's been sucking up a roster spot for 6 out of 7 weeks, right? But he did it right smack dab in the middle, so it can't be for 4 games and then get a thing to come back, right? Yes,
Yep.
I know there's only so many people that come back, but half the time a lot of them can't come back anyways. So, at this point, it's one of those deals where it's like, I don't want him coming back if he's going to re-injure that toe again, because what good does it do us for him to sit out another 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is somehow the season of quarterback turf toes. Like, let's just get this thing right, get this thing healthy, because a non-mobile Brock Purdy, to me, I'd rather have Mac Jones
Effective. Yeah.
at that point.
right.
Yeah.
Dina, what are your thoughts? You think Mac Jones is playing on Sunday?
I hope so. I really do. I hope so. I saw a question about that. It says, who's the 49ers pick for this week? Is it Purdy or is it Mac Jones? And a lot of people, chimed in and said, oh, it's going to be Purdy. And I'm like, no, No, it has to be Mac Jones, please. I don't think Purdy's ready. And no, you talk about health wise, no, it has to be Mac. Thing is too, when is this Martinez going to get his opportunity?
He
How
should have
about
played
never?
in the Jacksonville game.
You
Yeah.
know?
Realistically, he should have been the starting quarterback and playing in that game.
I mean, because I'm thinking like the first 3 games would have just to get his butt off the bench, and see what he can do instead of waiting till later on in the season when everybody else is banged up and they say, "Oh, it's your turn now." No, I want to see what the guy has, and I don't want us to wait until like near the end of the season and
No, that's what's going to happen.
bring him out. Yeah, I mean
That's what's going to happen.
that kind of like defeats the purpose, but that I have to admit, when it was time for him, they said he might go out and he had his helmet on. You could see he was just like,
He was looking shook.
yeah,
Yeah.
like really?
Yeah,
He was
Me?
not looking ready to do that.
he was
at
not
that
looking
point.
ready. Yeah,
So no
we
thanks.
figured he wasn't getting on the
I
field.
don't need to see Adrian Martinez in any sort of form or meaningful game. If it has happened, something has gone horribly wrong. This would be like the year Nick Mullins had to make starts, right?
Please.
Nope.
But
If
think
Adrian
about
Martinez, yeah, like that is Mike Morosky taking snaps again, right? Like, nope, no
Mm.
thanks. Hard pass, big dog.
that Nick Mullins game when both of our quarterbacks were banged up, couldn't go. It wasn't like
Yeah.
there wasn't an issue of, well, which one is the least banged
He's
up?
banged up.
We'll start him like we did in that Jacksonville game. It was like, all right, let's call up Nick and give him the start.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't want to do that with Adrian Martinez or didn't have the confidence to do that, why is he here? Why throw Brock out back on the field when he's clearly not healthy and risk re-injury? Like you mentioned, Matt, why do that? Why is Martinez here? And
It's
that's
not
why I
like we've
brought up,
got the 95 Cowboys offensive line, right?
exactly.
I
Exactly.
don't. It makes no sense to me.
At least
Let's take our-
Martinez has wheels. He can run,
Right.
which we need right now.
It's no worst case scenario, right?
Looking at
Yeah.
Jake the revolving door Brendel. Just come on.
The turnstile.
The
Oh, it's
turnstile,
funny.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, the
All
human
right.
turnstile.
What is the game plan to beat the Dirty Birds?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Maddie.
They look pretty good.
A lot of what you saw the other night. Long drives, long drives, long drives. Keep them off the field. Make Michael Penix get anxious, right? Make him force things. Try to get up, get a lead early. Get some friggin' turnovers, right? Get an interception here and there. Recover a fumble. I don't know, maybe score a touchdown defensively, right? Don't just get a turnover at the 30 and then congregate in the end zone.
Right.
Actually pick up
Pick
the
up the
ball,
And take
run
it.
it in the end zone, score, and then congregate, okay? You do that, you can congregate. Before that, all right, it's bad. It's bad, whatever. That's what's going to happen. Like this
Mhm.
defense has to rally. They have to have a very good game, right? They have to have one of those. I didn't hear Randy Marsh. I didn't hear no bell games, right? Where they just come back with blood on the corner of their mouth and do the thing. Atlanta is going to be, for lack of a better term here, sniffing their own farts after Monday night. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Big time.
And we see that all the time. That is
Yep.
a young team.
Mhm.
They're going to be hyped. They just beat Buffalo. Oh man, we're right?
Right.
But
We've
they're still not.
arrived.
They are still not consistent. Okay, so
Yes.
they played Monday night, and they're going to have to fly out to
All
the
the
West
way.
Right.
and they're going to have to wait all day Sunday to play and they
Waiting
still,
all day for
you know what I
Sunday
mean?
night.
Exactly. And then, Chris Collinsworth's going to talk about how much he loves Drake London or something. I don't know. But if you can contain Bijan Robinson, you should be able to contain everybody, right? Like, and Michael Penix is the type of quarterback that I don't think he's seen Robert Saleh before. I don't think he
No.
played the Jets last year. So there's going to be a lot of things that he has probably not yet seen that could be
Mhm.
thrown at him next week. And
That's a good point.
I think this is
Confusing.
a really prime opportunity for the 49ers to get right, get back on track, settle everybody down, and actually see what they are going to need moving forward, not just for this year, but for next year, right? Like, what do we need? Because not having Fred Warner and Nick Bosa out there is going to expose everything. They're going to see
Yep.
everything now. It's not going to be covered up by Fred. It's not going to be covered up by Nick.
Right.
It's going to be exposed like a raw nerve. And now
Mhm.
if you've got picks and an organizational edict to go out and fill these holes and create depth all across this roster, they could be reloading pretty quickly, and we could be looking at kind of that 85, 86 into 87, 88, 89 era, right?
Mhm.
Stockpile picks.
Yep.
Draft develop, draft develop, draft develop. Bam, 13-2. Bam, Super Bowl. Bam, Super Bowl. Right? That's just how quick it can happen because they still had core pieces from previous years there. Right? They just kept the right ones.
Dina, what's your game plan?
Well, it's funny. I was thinking about it, and my sister Tony here put up my thought. Wrap up those darn tackles. Yes. Thank you, Tony. You're reading my mind. That's why we get along. Wrap up those tackles. And my thing too with the offense, please protect the quarterback. Please. You need more protection on the quarterback. And that if we do that and put that pressure deep so he gets off his square, we got it. Because he's going to get confused. I think he's going to get confused. I mean, we saw some of that on Monday night. So if we can do that and keep that going, we got it. Put pressure on the quarterback and wrap up tackles.
We have to stop their run game.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to get ours going. And hopefully George Kittle puts in a good week of practice and he's out there Sunday night, which I believe he will be. And I could finally say that good things happen when the ball's in George Kittle's hands because I haven't been able
You've
to
been
say
waiting
that.
on
You
you.
said it all year. Yeah.
I have been waiting to say
Yes.
that.
She's been waiting a few games to say that.
Yes. So, yeah, that's my game plan. Ty, what do you think?
Yeah, this is basically Rams 49ers again, right? Raheem Morris. We know his pedigree from when he was with the Rams. He brings the same MO to Atlanta. So they want to run the ball, play action pass off that. So first of all, stop the run. We've been good at stopping the run. We held the Bucks running backs to 90 yards rushing, right? That's a good day. We got to do the same thing to Atlanta. Then force the ball into Michael Penix's hands where he's, like Matt said, give me inconsistent. Right, that creates opportunities, even if it's not turnovers, just to get them off the field, get our offense on the field. Kyle once again has to be in his bag because Raheem Morris knows him well. Like I said, from the days with the Rams, they went head to head. So he has to do his thing in the play calling. One thing Kyle was able to do against Raheem Morris is hit him with trick plays.
Mm-hmm.
He never saw it coming. Remember, 2 years in a row, we ran the wide receiver pass to another wide receiver for a touchdown. He just didn't catch on to it. So if Kyle can, be creative like that and just continue to do what he's doing, we'll be fine. I think the guys on offense just need to execute. Just got to get together and execute. You know, the difference between the Bucks game and the Rams game came down to execution at the end of the day.
Yep.
So they just really got to be on their P's and Q's and get it together. But very winnable game. We're at home. The faithful should be rocking. So we should come away with the dub.
Maddie, who are your X factors?
Well, Tatum Bethune, no pressure, buddy. Right? No pressure. No
None at
pressure
all.
there. And then to me, X factor wise, I really want to see something from DeMarcus Robinson.
Mm,
Mhm.
Like he's healthy.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's rested.
Completely. Yeah.
He knows the system. He's had some moments.
yeah.
Time for him to get a little involved here. Okay, if Juwan Jennings is banged up as he says he is, which I have no reason to doubt him, then let's get DeMarcus Robinson a little action, right? I think that can only help this offense as it goes along too. So
Yeah.
George Kittle's going to get his moments, right? But I don't need him playing 98 snaps on Sunday
Right.
night, right?
No.
Like
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
calm the hell down. Okay?
Not in his first
You know,
game back.
Jake Tongas
Right.
has played tremendously. He is not Jake Kittle, but he is more than capable of taking a few snaps. Luke Farrell should not ever touch the ball again because he will fumble it, but he is welcome to block at any point in time. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So that's the way I look at those things.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ty.
Yeah. I want to say Kittle. So I think Kyle will dial something up for him. So be an X factor. Who else? I think it's going to be usual suspects. So it's like, who else? Defensively, I'm going to say D Winters. I'm going to see D Winters step up and get some run. And hopefully Nick Martin plays. He should suit up.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. Get him out there, even if it's just on special teams. Like, get him out there. It's time to get him some reps.
I am going to go for the third week in a row. I'm going to go Mac Jones. And I am also going to go Upton Stout. I think he gets his first NFL interception and the Niners' first interception of the season. Go ahead, Dina.
Tongas. I love the guy. And I want to see more of him be more of a factor in this game. He reminds me of that cartoon character, Inspector Gadget, you know. But I'd like to see more of him out there too. Maybe, to compliment Kittle, you know.
Get some 2 tight end sets going with them in the passing. Yeah.
Okay.
Because now you got 2 capable pass catching tight ends on the field. That's a good one.
Yeah. And even though he fumbled and whatnot, but Bourne, I'd like to see him do something too. Other than
he has been doing something.
Because he has been, but I'd like to see more of him. So yeah, Tongas definitely. And Bourne. Those are my 2.
All right. 2-minute warning. Maddie, go.
Get your tickets, NinersWO.com. Go.
Yeah, Ty.
Hold up. Brian said, just let Eddie kick it. That's been the problem. That's all we've been doing. Just let Eddie kick it. I joked last Sunday. I was like, if we could just get Eddie out there to kick 3 more field goals on top of the 4 he already has, we can win this thing. Like, that's where we are. It's like, no, we're not looking for the end zone. We're looking for field goals. We got to change that up. But yeah, I'm not giving up on the season. No one should. We still have very good players, extremely good coaches. 4-2, y'all. Come on. This is well within our grasp. Go Niners.
Shout out to the chat. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We are we're still in first place in the NFC West. Let's keep it rolling. Stay faithful. We're not punting on the season. And as always, go Niners. And my boy Kittle's back. Go ahead, Dina.
Yes. Okay. Now that you said that, I completely forgot my thought. But yeah, I think look. I've been a fan for 46 years. I've seen worse. I've seen better. We got this. 4-2. We got this, and we just got to like be more unified and more cohesive and just do what we do. And we got this. Okay. I'm forever faithful.
No doubt.
All right. That does it. We'll see you next week. Go Niners. Let's get this
Bye,
done.
Tony.
See you, everybody.
And of course, for the upstart 49ers, they're 6 yards away from Pontiac. 3rd and 3.
We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly.
Montana looking,